Hey guys, my name's Madeline.
And mine's Miranda O'Hare.
And you are... No, it's not.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
They're not currently
You know
doing
what?
it.
See, the problem with their life is that they're not listening to Vodcast Soda.
And you need to be.
Oh my God, that's going to make their life so much better.
Vodcastsoda.com. Check us out. We talk dating, not dating, eating. LA.
No, we don't talk about not eating because we're just always eating. But
Lots
we
of
talk about
food.
a lot of really fun shit. So
check
get on
us
board.
out. And follow us on Instagram because we need the validation.
Thanks.
Every so often, the Sports Hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is advised. Gossip, BS, lies, and rumors. This is the Sports Hangover.
I don't know what that means. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. It's not. It gets the people going.
Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside J Dawg.
Mike, it's great to see you again. I know you have some big news about the Hangover Network, but before we get to that, I have breaking news.
Oh, man, wow. You've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting a week for this. Some people have been waiting many months, but did you know that the biggest contract in North American sports history has been handed out to a baseball player?
Are you trying to put me to sleep at the beginning of the show?
Can you believe? I thought
what-
you'd be upset. I thought you'd be angry that a baseball player is going to take home $300 million. And by the way, Manny Machado is going to live in San Diego while he does it.
He's going to make how long is this contract? And it's all guaranteed money, right? Like baseball is
Baseball
guaranteed
is
money.
guaranteed, which is crazy. 10 years, $300 million. That's $30 million a year to live in San Diego. Probably the best city, even better than LA.
Is that why we're going to San Diego to see the Padres?
Yeah, we're going. You put it all together now.
Oh my God! Jeremy was like trying to make a trip, calling us. We're on a text thread together. It's like, yeah, we got to go to San Diego. Oh, we only can do these dates and these dates. And then it finally comes out, oh, it's the only dates the Padres are doing spring training, I guess.
Regular season, you're close.
Oh, regular
listen,
season.
The Padres play in a 6 stadium in the Gaslamp district. You're sitting outside, you're drinking beer. Mike, those are two things you like.
I'm so excited. What does this mean for the city of San Diego?
I thought you'd be upset that the biggest guarantee in the NFL, I believe, was Kirk Cousins at $70 million for 3 years, and now a baseball player is going to get $300 million. That's insane.
It is insane. It kind of doesn't make sense. Like, does baseball make that much money where they can give the guy $30 million a year?
Apparently, there's people saying that any baseball team can give out this contract. Any team can afford it, all 30. It just depends if you want to pay that much per year. So, yeah, because there's so many games, they get 82 home games a year.
That's insane. I do have some other baseball news, but that's for Scandal City a little later. I wanted to first welcome in to the Hangover Network, which we are a part of, the AAF Analyzed. They're on the network. The boys are doing pods every week. They got a brand new logo, brand new look. They're out. AAF Analyzed. Go listen. Go download. Go subscribe. And by the way, this is also a lot of changes are coming. We now can be found on Instagram at Hangover Network. No longer the Sports Hangover.
We changed the game.
We changed the game. We're all over the place here. So that's where we are on Instagram now.
Well, welcome to the AAF Analyzed. We are still the AAF boys because we are early adopters. If there's a way for us to take control of something and to be an early investor, it's us, and we're doing that with the AAF. We believe in it.
I've been excited since 2017 when I even hear bloops and bleeps about the AAF. I'm still excited about it, but the news over the weekend was not...
Well, there's someone else excited about investing. The Carolina Hurricanes owner invested $250 million, which is not a small amount of money, and apparently it's because the AAF could not meet payroll in week 1, which sounds a lot like the Sports Hangover. We haven't met payroll in 8 years.
It's been a long time. This worries me so much. Because you text me at like 7 a.m. on like a Saturday morning, like, look at this. It's like, this can't be good. If
you
Jeremy
wake up
texts me.
early, it's okay.
I know, but still, it's not good. when something that's nationally broadcast on CBS, NFL Network, they got to figure that out too. Why is it on 10 different channels?
It's on TNT, NFL Network, CBS Sports.
Net.
But shouldn't they be making a ton of money from the TV deals? Where did that money go?
I don't know. So whoever is operating the league, $250 million, the owner of the Hurricanes, the Carolina Hurricanes, is now the chairman on the board. So I guess he's in control.
He bought like a majority stake in the league. Like, I don't know why we didn't just do this.
We should have just written a check. I mean, come on, we
a
could
few
have done
mil,
this,
and it'd be called the Sports Hangover League.
It's not good for this. And the more and more I listen to things and read about it, everybody's gearing this towards a supplemental league to the NFL. What the NFL needs to do is buy the AAF and make it a developmental league, kind of like what the G League is or whatever. Just have something like that so they can feed into the system, which is fine during spring league. So now the XFL that's going to be coming is supposed to be competing directly with the NFL and like wants to have that talent.
Yes, the AAF is the feeder league. The XFL
supposedly
is the one that's going to butt heads with the NFL, supposedly.
But I don't know.
A conspiracy theory. Do you have any music for me here on the subject?
Oh, I did not add the conspiracy music.
Okay,
yet.
we'll work on that as the network grows and grows. Some people say it's actually a positive because a rich man decided to invest $250 million into something.
Is it, or is it almost like when you're so rich that you need to move money around so you don't have to pay taxes? So instead of paying taxes, he funneled $250 million into a company so you wouldn't have to pay taxes and could claim a loss so you wouldn't have to pay.
The Sports Hangover is not accusing this man of anything. Just for the record, we're not accusing him of tax funneling. No. That is not our stance.
I'm not saying that.
We are supporting the AAF. We are supporting rich people.
100% support.
Okay.
By the way, talking about the AAF analyzed those boys. We're sitting down this Friday. We're talking. We're chatting. All AAF. They're going to hopefully clear all this up because I'm terrified.
They're the experts. A few more headlines that they're going to cover. A few negative and then a genius one. So the first one is Colin Kaepernick turned down $20 million to play in the AAF. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear the actual amount he turned down, but I think the NFL, which did not disclose how much they settled Colin Kaepernick for,
he got paid.
It might have been an outrageous amount of money because no one disclosed, no one's going to say anything. And Kaepernick, he still wants to play in the NFL, which he could still play in the NFL now that he's settled. He can go back into the NFL.
So he could. That's not going to happen because no team will give him a chance, even though a team should give him a chance because we see trash quarterbacks all the time. The other thing that's concerning, though, what were we going to say?
I had a conspiracy on Kaepernick.
Oh, I love it.
He's much smarter than going to a supplemental league of the NFL. He's not going to go to the AAF. You know what he's waiting for? He's probably been calling Vince on the line saying, hey, Vince, I know you got the XFL coming up next year, spring 2020. The XFL kicks off. Colin Kaepernick, the face of the XFL. Colin Kaepernick's going to be old. I mean,
people will watch.
100%. I mean, I watch the AAF, and it's not anything like the NFL as far as play and skill. The quality.
If you watch the Orlando Apollos, their quarterback is much better than Ryan Tannehill. I swear, the quarterback for the Apollos, Gilbert, is the best quarterback in the state of Florida. I promise.
Wow, even better than Jameis.
Oh yeah, of course. He's also.
I was going to put
rapist.
Blake Bortles up there. All right, what else? What else do you have?
The thing concerning about the Apollos is they have to practice in the state of Georgia because workers' comp laws do not cover the state of Florida, so it's an insurance issue if a player gets hurt in practice. So they play in Orlando. I can tell you, I live in Orlando. Georgia is far away. It's not like a short drive.
So are they flying or are they taking like a quick 5-hour bus ride to the state line to practice?
This is weird. I didn't even know this. All the players live in Jacksonville, first of all, and they take a bus to games in Orlando. So that's weird. And then the second thing is from Jacksonville, they still have to go to Georgia to practice, which is another 45 minutes. So that's inconvenient to everything. It's a real mess, but they're 2-0 and they look good. So I guess we just go with it.
I mean, I'm glad the Apollos. That's my team. That's the team I'm rooting for.
I know.
I really want them to win this year. I wonder what the championship's going to be like. And is it going to be at a certain arena? Did they pick a place yet? I got to ask.
I feel like they should do home field because no one's going to go to a neutral site. Not yet. But San Antonio did have 29,000 people at their game over the weekend, so that was encouraging.
That's more people in that stadium that show up to watch a AAF League football game than a Chargers game, they're in the NFL, and they're here in LA. And they're in a stadium that only holds 30,000 people, and they usually get like 15,000.
That's very sad. The Rams might lose some fans after the Super Bowl. Here's the genius idea that we found on Twitter. This is from a listener, Bethany. Bethany, I think she listens to AAF Analyzed. Are you ready for it?
Oh, what's the genius idea? Yeah, go. Give it to me.
She says, I have an idea. Like, yeah, of course. The winner of the XFL League plays the winner of the AAF. The winner of that game plays the NFL team with the worst record. If the NFL team loses, they get demoted to the lesser league, and the team that beats them gets promoted to the NFL.
Do you know this was posted to the Sports Hangover?
Yes,
Instagram.
Because it's a listener of ours, Bethany. And she says, chaos ensues. I just want to share it with all of our listeners in case they're not clocking our Instagram changes.
I love that idea. It's kind of like what they do in Europe with soccer, kind of, where like the worst team gets pushed down. I love it because there's risk. It's like if you were the worst team, guess what? You're not getting the first overall draft. You're getting booted.
I know.
You're going down.
How cool is that? Relegation would really scare the NFL into trying a little harder, and maybe Andy Dalton wouldn't play 10 years in a row at that point.
That's true. I love it. I'm all on board. I hope they do it. Maybe the XFL will do it. Maybe something like that where the XFL could take like the worst team of the AAF. They got to do something because AAF and XFL are not both going to last. One will win. Yes. I just don't know which one.
We don't know. So we're going to jump on both. We'll have an XFL podcast next year.
Of course.
And then we'll see which one survives. We'll be early adopters.
It's going to be duke it out. Can we talk about All-Star Weekend? Did you watch?
Yeah, I did. You know what?
Did you watch tons of it?
I watched a little bit. Just a little.
NBA news.
What'd you think of it?
I weirdly watched a lot of it this weekend. I watched the 3-point contest. I watched the dunk contest. I watched the NBA All-Star game.
That is really sad that you watched that much. You mentioned the dunk contest. Can you play my music?
What's your music? What music are we looking for here?
J Dawg Takes On. Have you heard of the most popular segment?
J Dawg Takes On.
I am taking on the stars of the NBA who are not afraid, Mike. They are not afraid to play in the NBA All-Star game, but they are so scared. These bitches, these rich bitches like LeBron and Giannis and Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, they won't participate in the slam dunk contest. Instead, we were treated to 4 men who any average person has never heard of in their life.
Never, did not know any.
Exactly. And you are an NBA guy. You host a podcast about sports.
I don't know any of them.
How exciting would it be if it was LeBron
and
it was Giannis going up against Russell Westbrook and Durant. There's probably other dunkers I don't even know about. That would be sweet to see. And instead, it was 4 nobodies. You need to sack up LeBron. You make a lot of money. If you're going to play in this bullshit game on Sunday night without any defense and you're throwing alley-oops, why don't you just do that Saturday and entertain the people instead of the Sunday game?
I will say this. It's almost like, why would they be there? Because they get to watch, maybe have a couple drinks that Saturday night. Like, they're the stars.
I don't think they can drink in uniform. That's a bad message.
No, not drinking in uniform. I'm saying LeBron and Westbrook and all these other guys can just be at home or at the stadium. It's a big party. It seems like a giant party and everybody's there. It's like a class reunion. Like, oh yeah, everybody come in.
Yeah,
and
but they're the stars.
The
they perform. Those guys are paid so much freaking money, not just from their teams, but from their stupid shoe deals and their stupid endorsements, that the least that they can do. I am not an NBA fan by any means, but I like the dunk contest. I would tune in, and everyone would tune in, and ratings would be crazy if a guy like LeBron is in it. And is he not going to get hurt? You just dunk. He dunks all the time.
Listen, it was very childish, the whole setup. Even the 3-point contest. When I saw these guys taking 3-point shots, I was like, I could probably make as many shots as these
Wait
guys.
a
that are
second.
shooting.
You can't, Mike. You can't throw this bullshit on this podcast.
Don't.
Cody Parkey missed a field goal, 43 yards.
I know. One day
and
I'll
you
kick
say,
a 43-yard
I can
field
kick a 43-yard field goal. And now you're saying you can make 3-pointers in a 3-point contest.
Listen, if you watch the 3-point contest, you'd be like, are these guys actually in the NBA, or did they just pull them out of the stands? That was my note right here. 3-point contest makes me feel like I got a shot in the league. That's what I wrote down when I was watching.
That's terrible. You played basketball this week. I saw it on the
Yeah,
Instagram
I did.
page. How'd it go? Were you raining threes?
I just discovered I'm a lefty. I can't fucking shoot.
We
I
discovered
can
that
play
on
some-
the show last week.
I can play some mean defense, though. Really mean defense. That's
And
it.
How is that going to help you in the 3-point contest?
Listen, I can practice. I got a basketball now. I got a court down the street.
Okay.
I'm going to be going there all the time. I'm shooting threes all day. I guarantee I can be better than these guys.
So an NBA average is probably like a 30% 3-point shooter. I
They made anywhere
guarantee,
between-
Mike,
Yes.
I guarantee you cannot make 3 out of 10 threes.
All right. Next time you're here, or even in San Diego, we will go shoot. Do I get a warm up, or do I just cold to the line?
Yeah, you can warm up, and then we'll put you on the line.
Okay. Done.
There's no chance.
Done.
You're going to miss the field goal, too.
Can also, there's one other thing. LeBron's recruitment session at NBA All-Star. Is this like collusion when he goes out and talks to all these guys? Like, hey man, like, you know, they're obviously they probably all have each other's phone numbers, but there's got to be some sort of collusion, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a form of tampering. I am all about it. I think it's a genius form of tampering because the NBA allows them to do it. So it's within the rules. He picked all these guys who are going to be free agents is the idea, like Kyrie, Durant. Who else I didn't watch?
Davis.
Who's Davis?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. Can I say one quote from Kyle Kuzma, a guy that was almost traded away by LeBron?
I think I know where you're going with this.
He said, I'd rather be talked about bad in L.A. than irrelevant in Orlando, Jeremy.
That describes me and you. You're talking about bad in L.A. and I'm irrelevant in Orlando.
There you go.
That should be the
what
new
it
name
is.
of our podcast.
We'll have a new one soon.
That's funny.
It's
That's enough
bad.
of NBA talk. We can't get into the NBA, right? We're both kind of struggling with it this year.
You know what I've been doing to get more into it? I've been playing a lot of NBA 2K.
Okay.
Just, nightly, a little quick sesh. But talking about basketball, March Madness is coming up. Tonight, I think during this podcast currently, there is a game on TV, UNC versus Duke. Mm-hmm. And supposedly tickets are more expensive than the goddamn Super Bowl to see these two teams play, and they live like down the street from each other.
Well, it's
Doesn't
pretty
make sense.
cool. So all the fans live in this one area. It's 8 miles apart, I think it is, Tobacco Road, maybe 6 miles, something like that.
We've been there.
We went to Raleigh. You did not go to Duke's campus or UNC's campus. You know, when you flew in from the red eye, you were taking a nap in the morning. I was walking around UNC's campus.
Yeah, I was exhausted.
You didn't.
And we did a podcast. Go back and listen to that podcast. Delusional.
Live
Delusional
from
talk.
Raleigh. Two great campuses. Unbelievable. The cool thing about Cameron Indoor Stadium, where Duke plays, they're number one every year. They're so good, right? They play in what is essentially the size of a high school gym. It's that small. It feels like you are at Eastlake High School when you walk into the basketball
Have you been
arena.
there?
No,
Have you been to Eastlake?
I just imagine that's what it's like. It seats, I don't know, 5,000, 4,000. It's got to be so
Eastlake
small.
High School does not hold 5,000 in that auditorium.
You know what I mean? It's so
Maybe
small and
1,000.
intimate, and that's why it's so hard to get tickets, I think.
Sure. Okay, so that's but talking about March Madness is coming up. We would like suggestions for our March Madness bracket. Every year we do an off March Madness bracket. We've done hangover foods, candies, conspiracy theories. We might do a spin-off of what Vodcast Soda is doing on the Hangover Network. They're doing a thing called a tripod where they try something every single week, but it's not very bracket-like.
We're still going to do a bracket. I want to shout out a few listeners. They always have good ideas for us. One, my brother Cody. He's listening in New York City right now. Shout out to him. Shout out to Bob in Denver. Some people get hurt when we don't always call them out. We call out some other people like foreigners to our country. So today we call out our domestic friends.
And can I also shout out our mutual friend? He's been listening.
You're right.
Like a diehard fan. He comments. He's like, I can't believe you spoke about this. You don't know your facts. You don't know anything. That's what he brings up to me now. How dumb I am.
Shout out
because Because I'm really happy that he listens to the show. Thank
We're
you for
happy he
listening.
listens, but it's bad
Yes.
for you because you get to hear it from him. Luckily, I don't hear that side of it. And he's going to meet us in San Diego, so we're really excited about that.
Okay, wait. We didn't talk about the biggest thing. We'll go. Do you have ideas from our fans?
Oh, no, not yet. I just want to give them a shout out to get them thinking. Those are the people I want thinking of ideas.
Well, can we talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers dumpster fire that's going on, the hot sale?
We should have a drop for that because we do it every week.
I wish. Yeah, we should probably get one. It's here. This is the sound.
Yeah.
That's what.
Ooh, the mutual friend and his father will not like that.
Big Lou. Shout out to Big Lou. Sorry,
Shout out.
It's gonna be a very depressing season for Pittsburgh fans.
Yeah.
So Le'Veon Bell posted on Instagram today. He's like, thank God I'm
like,
free.
good
I'm finally
God
free.
Almighty, free at last. Like he's Martin Luther King or some bullshit. He can't talk like that. I mean, he's not. I don't know. It's just. I thought it was a terrible tweet. I think a lot of people did.
AB, who I don't know what he's doing lately. He's dyeing like his beard hair color. He looks like a gremlin or something lately.
What's his new nickname? Mr. Chest or
Mr.
Big
Chest? Something like that. He is parting ways. They're going to trade him for some sort of value. Now, we should take bets. Our mutual friend, who is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, thinks he's going to get much more than a fourth-round pick for him, which I don't think so at this point. Because he wants to be out, and when you want to be out, you don't have leverage. And he could do what Le'Veon did last year if they hold on to him this year, but
I mean, he's 30. He had injuries this year. He's obviously a bad actor off the field, and now you're going to give up value for him? No, you're going to give up a third-round pick, maybe, not a second or first.
Where did you I saw some notes of like people saying like, oh, he could go to the Colts, he could go to the Cardinals, he could go to.
I saw the Packers, the Patriots.
Yeah. He literally could go everywhere.
Yeah, everyone could use Antonio Brown, but at what cost? You know, what's your opportunity cost? Because you are going to give up a draft pick, and you're going to give up a sense of kindness in the locker room because he's going to disrupt it.
Let's do like top 3 quarterbacks that could really use them. It's Aaron Rodgers. I
don't get the Rodgers thing.
Andrew Luck.
Wait, Devontae Adams had an amazing year. I don't think their problem was the passing offense. They could use a running game more than a.
But do you
AD.
not think like them giving up a draft pick, because that's like what that kind of team is where they just give up draft picks and they can afford a player like this because they're not paying anybody that much money?
I could see it happen. I just don't think they need him. I don't think that's the right word.
Okay, so then we go to the Colts with Andrew Luck. They could use him. T.Y.'s getting a little old. I don't know who else is there. They could use him there. Right? That would be a good fit. I'd like that.
I get it.
What's another team that like? Give me another one.
For me, the Ravens are a team that makes so much sense. They would never do a trade with the Steelers, but I would love it because Lamar Jackson.
They're not doing in division.
It will get the safeties off the line of scrimmage of Lamar Jackson. Sorry to talk X's and O's on you, but if that would give him a little breathing space. Yeah, sorry about that. Another team that might make sense. Could the Eagles bring on another playmaker just to load up on that offense?
Well, don't they have to pay Carson this year, or are they paying Foles a whole bunch of money?
They're paying Foles, but they could still trade him. I think they will. I think it's clear.
They should,
Foles bought his freedom. That's what happened. Foles bought his freedom. So I think he's out. I think he's out.
I mean, do you see him going to like Josh Rosen's in Arizona, right?
Cardinals? No, they're rebuilding. They wouldn't want time for that. You know what's interesting is a lot of smart. San Fran's a great one. That's probably the best. Because
Goodwin was not good last year.
Good one. We thought Goodwin would be the guy. We both invested, and we were wrong.
He's terrible.
He did have some personal problems during the season. That came out actually on his Facebook page recently.
What happened?
I actually clicked on it. No, but I clicked on it.
Oh, okay.
No, I clicked, and it was personal and sad. So thoughts with him as they get through that. I think the 49ers are a great team for him. People do think, smart football people think he could end up staying on the Steelers, which would be a disaster for Pittsburgh.
That would not be good because it's going to be the same thing as Le'Veon. You're going to pay him and he's going to stay there and not do anything.
Our friend Blake in Denver sent us a stat this week. All-time winning percentage NFL teams. Do you know who has the best winning percentage ever?
I have no idea.
The Cowboys, 57%.
Really? Because they're always like a 500 team.
They're always investing. Good for Jerry Jones. Who is the worst?
I think I remember. Were the Bucks on the
38%, which doesn't even look real, but it's really funny.
Who is next after the Bucks?
The Cardinals are bad. The Falcons are bad. The Jags are bad. I do want to note the Miami Dolphins have the 5th best win percentage of all time.
Well, but that's because you had that undefeated season, so I feel like
it wasn't just one season. It's like 50 years of football.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, I think that helps your overall average getting like 16-0. It helps a lot.
It does. Let's play Guess That Tweet.
Let's play Guess That Tweet.
We are kicking it old school today.
Dude, I could just keep going if you want.
It's a good game show music. So this is old
great.
school TSH. Listen to 2015, 14 versions of the show for more of this.
I was going to say like 12, 13, something like that.
Not sure if Twitter was around then. This is, I want you to tell me who tweeted this. Hopefully you haven't seen this. This is a real tweet from a famous person, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to read it word for word. You ready? It's hard to believe, but this is it. For all you fucksticks who spewed shit at me, my kid, my mom, my mom's kid, my kid's mom, my head size, body size, intelligence, my mom's intelligence, all because I made a prediction about your team today, save your ridiculous fucking insults for shit that matters in life.
Please tell me that's what's his name from First Take.
It's not Skip Bayless or Stephen A. Neither one.
It's not Stephen A. God.
Isn't that so good? For all you fucksticks.
You fucksticks. Can you give me
It's an NFL reporter. This person gave a bold prediction that Odell Beckham, which, by the way, if we're talking about bold predictions, I predicted Odell Beckham would be traded by the Giants in our Nostradamus show. This guy's saying Odell... Thank you. This guy's saying Odell will be traded by the Giants this offseason, and this is he got a lot of bad responses to that, I guess.
Who was it?
NFL reporter.
I have no idea.
It was not Adam Schefter, in case you were wondering.
No, Adam Schefter, well, he's on ESPN, so would you call him an NFL reporter or an ESPN reporter? ESPN NFL analyst.
I'd call him an NFL reporter. This is Jay Glazer from Fox Sports.
Jay Glazer. Okay.
He does some UFC stuff. He mixes it up. Yeah, that's why he said body size was one of the things.
You know what's weird, though? Because I think I was watching him one day making fun of his size, and then I went on the internet, and I realized he's like actually 6'1". He just looks short and chubby.
He looks really
next to
short
all those
and
guys
stocky.
that are like 7 feet tall.
He is not 6'1".
I swear to God.
No.
I'm going to look it up right now.
I'm going to look it up, too. He is not 6'1".
So that was great. Guess that tweet. We should try to bring you back a little bit more.
We should. It's good stuff. He's 5'9". You're 4 inches off.
5'9"? That's still. I mean, that's taller than you, right?
Hey, no. Wow. Come on.
Hold on. Scandal City.
That was a scandal.
Stories around the sport world in this week's Scandal City.
But see, Jeremy, you're like a skinny person. You know, we don't make fun of your round shape on national TV. You're not on national TV.
Yeah, there's nothing to make fun of. But while I'm here, this is kind of breaking news in a way. Do you know how tall Adam Schefter is?
Now he appears very, very short.
He does.
I'm going to say 5'8".
5'1".
Shut up.
He's a little person.
Are you serious?
I'm just on it right now. I have a lot of height. He's 5'1".
Hold on. So what looks weird about Adam Schefter is that he doesn't look as small as Jay Glazer. Like, Jay Glazer seems smaller than
so
Adam
true.
Schefter.
They must put Schefter in position to not look small. Like,
because he's always behind the counter, like on his BlackBerry or something.
Yeah.
All right, Scandal City, Jeremy. I'm bringing in baseball. Do you know Indians' Trevor Bauer?
I do. He was running his mouth this week, wasn't he?
He had a great interview on some magazine.
Careful, Mike.
And I took a little snippet of it. This is what I saw. I didn't actually read the rest of it.
Okay.
He has rules for when you date him. He has 3 rules. He said, 1, no feelings. As soon as I develop you're developing feelings, I'm going to cut it off. I'm not interested in a relationship. I'm emotionally unavailable. 2, no social media post about me when we're together because private life stays private. 3, I sleep with other people. I'm going to continue to sleep with other people. If you are not okay with that, we won't sleep together, and that's perfectly fine. We can just be platonic friends.
So a lot of people are not happy with these comments because it's kind of a jerk move.
Yeah. Now, did he mention other things in this interview? Was he like on drugs? Because like I feel like you saying these 3 rules. I don't know how old Trevor Bauer is.
It's a little younger than us.
I feel like this is a really bad look.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, even if you said this to me, I'd be like, Jeremy, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Like,
right.
are you
Well,
angry?
to be
Are you
fair,
angry?
Trevor Bauer's probably 23 when we were 23. I wouldn't say this, but you probably wouldn't question it if I did.
No, yeah, I definitely wouldn't question it because you're also like, that would be like you saying that before doing a beer bomb.
Yeah, because like that's what you do at that age. But he's a professional athlete. He's representing Cleveland. He's making millions of dollars from the baseball team. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be giving quotes out like this, even if he does believe this. Which, listen, most baseball players probably do believe in all these things because they travel every city and they're sleeping around and doing their thing. There's no good reason, even to be honest, there's no good reason to give these quotes.
No, and if you do feel like this should be something. Which he said in number 2 rule, private life stays private. You should probably keep these thoughts to yourself.
Great point.
And, live your life by your own rules that you failed to do in this interview that I don't know who published this, but I even read it. I even read this interview because I don't know what else happened in it, but he probably doesn't have a girlfriend.
I don't think he wants one.
Okay. I don't think he does.
That's baseball. So we started with baseball and ended with baseball. That's a good show.
That's all I got. Check out. Listen, by the time this show comes out, hopefully, it might not be ready yet, but you can still go to Hangover.network. Check out all the great shows that are there. All the swag will be up there. I'm also, Jeremy, this is news to you. This is exclusive. I'm going to make 20 exclusive Sport Hangover hats.
Oh.
And we'll be giving them out maybe during the bracket or whatever it is.
Wow.
We're going to get some cool hats because we don't have any hats. We can't
It's true.
make any hats because they're really expensive.
We have shirts. We have sweaters. You're going to make hats, and they're going to be limited edition. Will they have a number on them, like 3 of 20?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Each one will be signed and numbered by me.
By who? Oh.
Do you want to number it too?
No, I thought like
You know
a famous. No, I thought like
10.
a famous person.
I'll give you 10 and I'll take 10, and then we'll both number them.
Okay.
It'll be Jeremy edition and Mike edition. It'll be perfect.
I signed as J Dawg.
Okay. Yeah, sure. J Dawg.
Okay.
Well, that's all I got. So now go to Instagram, Hangover Network, at Hangover Network. We're there. All the great shows are there. All the content is up there. So now you'll see a little bit of the Hollywood Speakeasy talking about the Oscars this week. The Sports Hangover's up there too. All the shows, Vodcast Soda, the girls are talking. A lot of LA stuff this week. They didn't talk much Oscars, just LA life.
I like the show. You guys go on so many different directions. It's amazing, like all the tangents you go on, but like a lot of them matter and apply. You gave a shout out to the wedding we were at, my favorite wedding ever. The cake at the wedding, so that'll live on forever.
That will live on forever. So go check it out. Follow us at Hangover Network, and I think we have a Twitter at Hangover Network, but we can also switch it. But still, we're on TSH Podcast on Twitter, so you can go follow us there.
Okay.
All right. We're going to give us some less reviews. Hopefully, we're back next week.